Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, the transfer portal continues to give it, and the transfer portal taketh away. Listen, this thing is really unfolding in an incredible way. You guys know we talked about this. I've been bringing several guys up to you all this week. I brought to you the guy from Pittsburgh, brought to you the big time defensive tackle from Louisville. Brought to you Dominique Williams from TCU. Listen, there are several guys that are absolutely on the table for USC, and we're going to talk about all these guys. And then we got a Kamani McLean. We got an update from him. Kyle Ford. I mean, this thing is really going absolutely berserk. But listen, I need everybody that comes on to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. You guys know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Now, let's get to some of this information that has taken place. This is, I don't even know what to say, man. You guys know I just brought this video up to you from a big-time defensive end edge guy from Pittsburgh. And his name, you guys already know it. His name is, let's get to it real quick and pull this up for you real quick. His name is Deon Hayes, and you guys know I just did a video, showed you his highlights. If you guys didn't see it, go back. It was a couple of days ago, and Deon Hayes is actually a senior, and he set up 2 visits, and one for April 19th through the 21st is going to be with USC. The second one is going to be April 21st through the 22nd, and that's going to be with Colorado. So those are the 2 visits he has. I would think that it looks like that may be the only visits right now. But this guy, I just want to give you guys an update as to his production. He's the top available edge right now. I know there were a lot of people in my comment section that said, Jay, we don't need an edge. We don't need a guy that we got multiple edge. And I agree. We got a lot of guys that are edge guys, and I'm not going to go all through their names. But you're talking about his numbers are just almost you can't ignore what this guy's done on the field. His production throughout his career. And as I stated, he had a total of 81 tackles, 27 tackles for loss, 13 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles in his career thus far. And so you're talking about a very, very productive guy, a guy that already has receipts. So I knew that the coaching staff, that's why I brought the video up. I wasn't bringing it up to be controversial, but I kind of had I kind of knew that, they would go after him. I would just say it like that. And so it looks like he's getting a visit. He will be here. The 19th is, when is the 19th? The 19th is Friday. Our spring game is on the 20th. So it looks like he's coming and he'll be at the spring game and he can kind of get an opportunity. I don't know. They might have Aaron Donald again for him right there on the sideline. So he will be there this weekend, man. So you guys will drop those comments. He'll see the environment. He'll see what USC is all about, and he'll have an opportunity to go around campus and see exactly what's going on with that. So that's one of the guys. And then coincidentally, you guys know I just did another video. A lot of people didn't like this guy that I brought, but he was a big-time defensive tackle. I felt because he was from the Los Angeles area, local guy. But he went to Arizona State before. And I felt like his tape was proven. There were some that thought because he had an injury that he wouldn't work out. But, I just felt like the production was there as well. And coincidentally, lo and behold, that video's coming too. So listen, that's why you guys come here. You guys come here because, listen, you guys know that I'm giving you the real information. And, I'm not just up here trying to sell tickets or just up here trying to waste my time. I'm trying to give you guys real information that guys that are transfer portal targets, and these guys are actual guys that are coming to visit. And this is Germaine Lowy, and he has 4 visits lined up. And you see it here. He has Washington, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and USC. USC is getting the last visit, which is April 26th. So he goes to Washington April 22nd, Texas A&M the 24th, and USC is going to get the last one. And he goes to Oklahoma this weekend, I believe. And so I think that USC is absolutely in play here, especially given the fact that the fact that he's from here, he's from Southern California. So I think that's speaking a lot of volumes. But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this like I've always said it, because there's some things that we have to understand as it relates to this transfer portal. It carries some other stuff that goes along with it. And so we want to be able to close the deal. And I said this yesterday when talking about Dominique Williams. I said USC, for those who came on and watched the video, I said USC has to close the deal. You guys remember I told you that? I said we can't play patty cake bakers, man. We getting these guys on campus. A lot of these guys are not going to come for free. It is what it is. It's the reality. This is the new era we're living in. This is college football. It's no more. I mean, all that other stuff is out the window. So USC is going to absolutely have to come with it. And, this is where we're at with it. And so I pray, I pray. And I'm going to tell you why I'm talking like this, because, I talked to a good source that we talked about Dominique Williams. I told you guys that, and let me just pull him up real quick. I told you guys that it's a great possibility that he was going in the portal. And you guys go back and watch that video. That was February 28th. I delivered that video and said he was a transfer portal target, which is correct. Information is out there. USC wants they want to go after him. But, however, USC, I just want to make sure I say this right. Let me read this text to you guys. Let me read this. This is from a Oklahoma message board. And let's see here. Okay, this is from an Oklahoma message board right here in reference to Dominique Williams. And it says this. Without going into much detail, the TCU person I talked to has been pretty upfront, saying it's Oklahoma and USC in that order, with maybe some other SEC schools getting involved. There are things on Twitter you can find on the subject that pretty much echo that as well. My belief is that Oklahoma, now mind you, this is the Oklahoma message board. My belief is that Oklahoma is going to do everything, and he has all these dollar signs on it, everything in his power, dollar sign, to make sure, and the sure is not with the S, it's with a dollar sign. He does, and the does at the end has a dollar sign, not leave campus, and the S has a dollar sign, uncommitted. So, here's my thing. If this thing turns out to be a bidding war, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we're at right now. I'm not sure as far as how they will step up. And from my understanding, that's kind of where we're at. And, talking to somebody that knows a family of him, hopefully USC steps up. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to go any further with that. But I told you guys he was going to enter the portal. I told you guys there was going to be an opportunity there. And now we just have to seal the deal. Hopefully, I pray. Because even like him, I hope we get him in Low and him are both some big time guys, some guys that we can absolutely use with the interior play. And I just really hope that we get them. But if we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm going to move on to other news. I did a video as well about this kid right here, and he's actually setting up a visit. You guys know I just did it. He's from Kent State, defensive lineman. His name is CJ West. Somebody asked me about him. Well, here's an update on him right now. CJ West has entered the transfer portal just the other day, and he racked up 110 career tackles. Go back and watch that video as well. I think all these videos were done this week. 19.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, and he's 6'2", 315 pounds, and he's was all MAC selection. He just set up a visit with LSU. So USC is interested in him. So we'll see how that goes. But I know that he set up a visit with LSU. So look, man, this thing is ever evolving and is moving and grooving. And I don't think, we have a whole lot of time to be wasting. And we'll just see what happens, man. I mean, this thing is crazy. I mean, what's taking place right now, I mean, it's constantly moving. And Kamani McLean, the big time corner, he is setting up 2 visits. Well, excuse me. I'm not even gonna say set up 2 visits. Who put this out? Let me put this information out real quick. It was put out yesterday, and I meant to put that up here. But according to 24/7 Sports, USC and South Florida Bulls are the 2 teams to watch, according to 24/7 Sports. And that's kind of, and Tom Lloyd from 24/7 Sports is putting that information up there. A lot of people, I did a video on him. A lot of people were kind of, they had some skeptical feelings about him because I guess, I don't know, whatever they thought. But I'll just say this as it relates to him. He's a big time talent. I don't know if you guys remember when they played against USC. Do you remember Deon finally put him in? I can't remember if Colorado cornerback got hurt, but do you remember when Kamani McLean got in there? Do you remember how he pretty much, I'm not going to say locked up Brandon Rice, but he did play Brandon Rice pretty tough. And I think he even batted the ball down right in front of him. I mean, he had a physical style defense, and it looked like you could see the flash. You could actually see the talent from a guy like McLean. So, look, man, somebody asked the question, and shout out to on Instagram, Sacramento, on YouTube, on Twitter, Sacramento Trojan. Go look him up, Sacramento Trojan, on Twitter. He was asking, he was kind of skeptical about McLean, like a lot of people are, and I don't blame him. But here's my thoughts on McLean, and I kind of responded to him this way. And Sacramento Trojan is one of the most dedicated guys. He puts out good information all the time. But go follow his page. He's a good dude. I love that brother. But in my response to his question, I said this. I said, bro, everybody deserves a second chance. I don't care what we've done in life. Even a guy like McLean. I said, I told him that, if he did make a mistake, whatever mistakes he might have made, we all deserve a second chance. And me, I told him personally, I'm a product of second chances in life. If I didn't have an opportunity to have a second chance, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today. And I'm not going into detail about it, but I just was able to bounce back. And not only that, God gave me a second chance. And I just need everybody to really understand that. What if God said we only had one chance in life, and that was it? And the first chance we had, we failed on it, because 9 times out of 10, most of us fail on a lot of things that we've done in life. I don't care what it is, and I'm not going to get into all that, but you got to look at these from a kid's perspective. These kids are 18. A lot of them don't know what's what from what. But at the end of the day, you get a second chance. A lot of people resurrect their careers from second chances. And so that's what I want to say about McLean. Listen, if he wants to come in, I welcome him. You know what I mean? And if USC thinks that he's good enough to come, I trust the process. I trust Doug Belt. I trust Coach Lynn. I trust every coach that we have on the USC football staff. Now, the last thing I need to get to is going to be this. Kyle Ford. Lo and behold, Kyle Ford. We told you the other day that Kyle Ford was at practice, kind of broke that news and started talking about it. I said that he wasn't coming to practice just to stand around. Kyle Ford, he puts out his top 6 teams, and you guys can see it here. It's Michigan, Florida, Wisconsin. I said Wisconsin. Wake Forest, USC, South Carolina, and Ohio State. These are all the teams that offered Kyle Ford since he's been in the portal. Listen, I know he wasn't very productive last year, but one thing we do know is that Kyle Ford can play some football. We know what kind of player Kyle Ford is. I know what kind of player Kyle Ford is. I know at least if USC got Kyle Ford, what kind of player he'll be. Now, is he asking for the bag? I don't know. I don't know the specifics of that, but I know what kind of player he is. So those are his top 6. And so let's see what happens with that. We told you that USC was going to probably take 2 or 3 receivers. And you guys already know I just did a video about the Colorado State receiver. So look, man, hit me in the comment section, man. You guys tell me what you think. This is a lot of portal news going on right now. Let me make sure I don't have anything else. This thing is absolutely incredibly crazy. I know I had one more thing in here that I got to get to, but let's see. Oh, one more big time linebacker, Elijah Mendez. He set up his official visit for June 7th through the 9th. So he's going to be on that big. That dude's a monster, but he's going to be on that big visit, kind of like the June Bash. And I think USC is going to be moving and grooving with that. So look, there's a lot of things that we shared today. Drop those comments in the comment section. Will we get all these guys? I don't know. But will we get one of them at least? I think so. So look, man, hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.